Hello everyone, this is StrawberryShorty back with Time Only Knows. And I don't mind telling you I was sitting on a blank screen for quite a bit because I completely forgot you have to tap the black screen in order to make the menu appear to move on to the next part. And despite all that work I put into recording it, it still split itself into two parts. So I ended up having to merge everything. I had issued, the file ended up too big for me to merge it. So I uploaded it to YouTube and then tried to download it. It wouldn't let me download it. I had to download it with a third-party program. It was awful. So, again, we have this cheerful music. I feel like we should have ominous music. Call the girl with the pigtails next? Who sent this? What reason would they have to send something like this? Why are you asking me? You know I don't have an answer. By the way, what kind of email address does the sender have? Look here, it's just 10 random letters jumbled together. I recognize this domain name behind the @ symbol. This email address came from a site that provides throwaway addresses. Wow, you know a lot. Did you used to be an IT engineer or something? Nope. When I was in medical school, I used one of these disposable addresses to get back at a senior of mine who had an eye on me and was harassing me. I bombarded him with spam. Isn't that a crime? The statute of limitations is up by now, and anyway, I was being subjected to way worse than that, so it's all square. Anyway, there aren't any secret cameras or bugs in this room. And yet, somehow, the sender of this email directed you to call the girl with the pigtails next, as though they were right here. I mean, shouldn't a janitor have been in this room at some point? So, what do you suppose that means? The sender of the email is here, the sender of the email is Dr. Keiko. I'll say here. Don't want to accuse her. The sender of the email is here in the hospital? To be more precise, one of the 3 Shirls in the waiting room? Correct. It seems certain that it's one of those 3. I still kind of suspect it's her. Why would she hide her identity then? And what reason would she have for sending an email like this? The motive does seem a bit weird. The first one said, "Do not trust Shirl Satome." The second one that I just got says, "Call the girl with the pigtails next." So they're instructions for me. Why would the sender of these emails give me instructions? Well, you won't get anywhere asking me. Then why don't we call all 3 Shirls right now and check their phones? There could be something showing they sent the emails. I doubt that. That throwaway address site sends messages through a web browser, not an email client. It's up to the site. It's set up so the site is deleted from your browser history as soon as the email is sent. I have no idea what that means. It means any proof of having sent the email disappears. Without assistance from the cybercrime branch of the police, it's likely impossible to pinpoint the sender. Oh, man, I'm dying to know who it is, though. Anyway, you have a decision to make. Namely, which Shirl you're going to call next. These random phone numbers. I don't even recognize, what I guess are the code, the first 3 numbers or whatever. They're all just from random places. Namely, which Shirl you're going to call next. According to the original plan, we were going to go with the order in which they arrived at the hospital. Cheerleader, pigtails, and black-haired girl. And now some mystery person has told you to call the girl with the pigtails next. So, will you call the pigtail girl next, following both the original plan and the mystery person's instructions? Or will you choose to call the black-haired girl instead? You have to make that choice, so decide. I mean, it was the original plan, so I'll just call the one with the pigtails. Pigtails, you can come in now. Hello there. Hey. Ugh, that look again, silently looking down on me, mocking me. Staring at her again. Like I noticed when we first met, she's got those big eyes and the pigtails and such a cute voice. This girl's like an idol. Oh, and now that I look more closely, her figure isn't bad either. Meanwhile, I don't know any idols that behave the way she does. Are you completely incapable of keeping your inner thoughts on the inside? Hey, Shorty, can I come over by you? Yeah, go ahead. You're pretty perky for someone who just tried to commit suicide. Yeah, thank you. Dr. Keiko, right? Hey, Cheryl's got a request for you. What? Would you leave me and Shorty alone for a bit? Just 20 minutes, she's gonna kill me. Why? So Shorty and I can XXXX. No, what the hell? Don't be stupid. What do you think a hospital is for? Then what about XXXXX? Huh? No. Okay, how about XXXXXXX? Do you really have to ask? Why are your suggestions getting further and further out of bounds? The last thing you mentioned was so deranged that even Shorty couldn't comprehend it. You better drop that business now. There could be a scolding forthcoming. Shorty sure doesn't look like he's about to scold me, are you, Shorty? Me? No, I... Pigtails, stop agitating Shorty. We're about to run out of X's. Aw, that's too bad. Proving your love for your hospitalized boyfriend in his bed is such a classic premise. In what world is that classic? And stop talking euphemistically. If you keep up with this claptrap, I will boot you out of the room. Okay. Wow, random voice acting. Huh? Who screamed just now? I heard them in the hallway. Shorty, Pigtails, don't move. I'm going to go check. Should we have not called her in after all? Are you leaving me alone with the potential murderer? Oh, wait, what's going on? A scream in a hospital late at night? I smell suspense. Shorty. God, please don't lean on so suddenly. Are you trying to assault me? I'll press the nurse call button, I'll do it. Dr. Keiko isn't here right now. We're all alone. Why don't we, talk? Whoa, no R-rated stuff. I'm keeping myself pure until marriage. Keeping yourself pure, huh? Yep, I'm actually a hardcore Catholic, Catholic? Oh, that's a good one. With all these great big lies you're telling. Lies? What am I lying about? Oh, Dr. Keiko's back. You two, I need you to listen calmly. Something serious has happened. Don't know what's going on. You're super pale. There's been a murder just now. The police have already been called. Whoa! This got dark real of a sudden. You two need to remain on standby here. What? A murder? Who's been murdered? One of the Shirals waiting in the hallway. Oh no, we should have called the black-haired one. Huh? She was stabbed repeatedly all over her body while in the women's restroom. She was already dead when we found her. No, this can't be real. I wish it weren't real, but it is. I wasn't expecting a murder mystery. Which one? Which one was it? Which of them got killed? Was it the cheerleader? Or the black-haired girl? Looks like the police are here. I'm going out. What are you going to tell me? I say again, do not move. The two of you are witnesses in this murder case. We were witnesses. We're just sitting in this room when it happened. Wow. Hey, a shadow person. This is a special news bulletin. We have further information considering the murder at XXX Hospital. Oh, a naughty hospital. The fugitive suspect, a young girl, has just been arrested on the charge of murder. Oh no, they arrested the cheerleader. According to investigators, there was turmoil between the suspect and the victim concerning a young man with whom they were involved. The suspect is of unsound mind and not in condition to speak, so it will likely take some further time before our motives are elucidated. The suspect's lawyer held a press conference during which her father stated he is deeply sorry for the terrible thing his daughter has done, and that he intends to offer his full cooperation in the investigation. There are investigators present in the suspect's home currently, and a search is in progress. We will bring further information as it comes in. This concludes our special bulletin. Game over. Oh, look at that creepy image. Bad end 1. My love has been proven. Or was it supposed to be that the other girl got murdered, or we weren't supposed to know? That better not cost me another ticket, or I'm going to be mad. Hello, it is I, the flower blooming in the hospital, Holy Mary, wrapped in a white coat, Dr. Keiko Onigawara. I'm glad we don't call her by her last name. Shorty, since you're here, that must mean you reached a bad ending. You have my deepest condolences. So now, I suppose I'll give you some advice regarding how to circumvent this bad ending. I mean, pick the other option. The way I see it, your reaching this ending may have sprouted from the order in which you called the pig-tailed girl and the black-haired girl. Perhaps it would be better to call the black-haired girl first, instead of following the instructions in that mystery message? That's it for my advice. See you, Shorty. Go now and guide the Shirals to a happy conclusion. Well, my happy conclusion. Well, call the black-haired girl. Glad it just took me back here. Alright, I've decided. I'm going to call the black-haired girl next. My intention is to deliberately defy the message from this mysterious individual. Not a bad idea. I would have done the same. I don't know which Shiral sent that email, but I'm not a fan of that attitude of trying to control other people. I'll call the black-haired girl then. Wait here. I'm kind of sad the murder mystery aspect ended so soon. Black-haired girl, come in. Pardon me. Here we go again. What are you gawking at? I was just thinking about how cute her walk is. Both hands tightly clenched, trotting daintily. Like some kind of timid little animal, a baby rabbit. I just want to protect her. Keep your mouth shut. You sound like some creepy uncle with inappropriate feelings towards his niece. Shorty, how are you feeling? I'm feeling totally fine. My body's kind of heavy, but I'm not in any pain whatsoever. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so very glad. Hey, come on, don't start crying. But, I thought you might have died. And if you died, Shorty, hey, black-haired girl, stop crying. I told you, I brought you in because Shorty wanted to speak with you. Yes, of course, I'm sorry for crying. Oh, no worries. I'm sorry for trying to kill myself, though I can't remember why I did it. Anyway, Cheryl, as you know, I have amnesia, so I can't remember a single thing about myself or you. The memories will come back if I just wait, but lying in bed and staring at the ceiling would be boring. So I thought I'd have you come in and talk to you. I have a few questions I'd like to ask you about myself and you. Is that okay? Yes, certainly. I will answer any question you have to ask. Sweet, I'll get right to the questions then. Yeah, same one, so I'll just ask him in the same order. Please, tell me how things got started for us. Yes, alright. First let me reintroduce myself. My name is Cheryl Satome. As I told you before, I live in your town, and I'm a student at a private school in the neighborhood. My mother and father are my only family, and the two of them are only home a few times a month, so I essentially live on my own. That gave me my chance to get to know you, Shorty, but, actually, I don't attend school. My classmates, they bullied me. I couldn't bear to go. Ever since then, I've locked myself away at home, living the life of a shut-in. My parents told me that I needed to keep studying even away from school, so they decided to hire a tutor for me. And the one they sent to me was you, Shorty. This was about a year ago. Gotcha. Man, though, that's just unforgivable. Yeah, I hate bullies. I can't believe anyone would bully an adorable girl like you. Oh no, it's my fault as well. I'm not very good at expressing myself. I get terribly nervous talking to people. That's not an excuse for bullying. I think my classmates just got irritated watching me. No way. You can't possibly have been in the wrong, Cheryl. Why did they choose the name Cheryl? It's so strange. These kinds of situations have been around forever, and the one doing the bullying is always wrong. There's no need for you to depreciate yourself at all. Hee. What? You said that same thing to me before, Shorty. Her eyes, occasionally the light just kind of vanishes from them, like right now. You notice that? Even though you've lost your memory. How mysterious. The way you talk, your mannerisms, everything is the same as it was before. And yet, you have amnesia, don't you? You don't remember me. I'm afraid not. I don't remember a thing. This might be upsetting for you to hear, but I don't even know whether you're the real Cheryl Satome or not. No, I'm not upset. You have amnesia. It's only natural that you wouldn't remember me. The way Shorty speaks and acts are the same as before. The cheerleader pointed out the same thing. I've had only a handful of patients with amnesia, so I'm speaking purely from the scope of my own clinical experience. But people with amnesia tend to display personality changes to a greater or lesser extent. However, compared to his personality before his amnesia, Shorty has changed so little that it's worth noting aloud. It's bizarre to me, too. I've forgotten everything that's ever happened to me, and yet my personality has stayed the same. We never touch upon his inner thoughts, so maybe he is lying. Anyway, we're getting off topic. How did we start dating? Well, you see... You don't have to be so shy. But just remembering the moment that I confessed my feelings for you makes me so embarrassed. Since you're hiding behind your hands and blushing, Cheryl, I'll go ahead and move on to the next question. But we didn't even learn anything. So, the second question. Do you have any ideas about why I would commit suicide? None at all. Another immediate answer. I may be out of line, presuming to comment on Shorty's nature, but Shorty is not the sort of person to commit suicide. He's a very positive person. He finds light in the worst of situations and can overcome anything. I don't mean to pass judgment on everyone who has committed suicide, but suicide is extremely responsible, man. We gotta make a drinking game out of this. I don't drink, though, but someone do it. You're ending your own life just to make things easier for yourself, without a thought of sadness for those you leave behind. I do think that's true, though. I do not believe that is the behavior of a responsible adult, and Shorty is not that sort of person. Nevertheless, the fact is that he did attempt suicide, even if it ended only as an attempt. But what I mean to say is, it's clear that you esteem Shorty greatly, and you're treating him like a saint. And I, like you, am one who disavows the act of suicide. However, in the course of living, sometimes you do have moments of just wanting to throw everything away and escape to the other world. Happens to me all the time. Especially when I get stupid drunk at a mixer and wake up covered in vomit by the side of the road. What the hell? Also, given that we live in the midst of jillions of ties and obligations, I think it's all right to stop thinking about other people when you die. To reiterate, I am against suicide, but I can understand the feeling of wanting to end one's own life. We say with cheerful music once again playing in the background. This game's tone is all over the place. But I can't possibly believe that Shorty would want to commit suicide. I feel that way even now, after he's been brought into the hospital following a suicide attempt. Oh my gosh, it's here twice now. Putting aside whether or not suicide is an irresponsible act, if Shorty were suffering badly enough to drive him to suicide, I believe he would have told me about his troubles. After all, I'm his girlfriend. She's blushing again, so cute. The way she covers her face with her hands when she's embarrassed is super adorable. Don't you agree, Doctor? All you've been doing this whole time is throwing out pointless interjections. Do you have any opinions concerning the discussion the black-haired girl and I were just having? The question is whether or not suicide is irresponsible. Whether or not suicide is irresponsible? I'm not especially interested in the topic. Oh, that's your answer after listening to us talk? In spite of her young age, the black-haired girl has done a splendid job of asserting her own views. And you say you're not interested? You don't have to hound me like that, I'm just not interested. I can't help that. But, well, if I found someone who was trying to commit suicide, I think I would talk to them, get them to go hang out somewhere. Watch a movie, play video games, go to a baseball game, invite them to a barbecue or something. If we had fun together and it made them laugh a lot, they'd forget all about suicide. You're still the same as ever, Shorty. Even after losing your memory, you haven't changed from the person I fell in love with. So, in regard to is suicide irresponsible or not discussion, your response is to abandon the discussion entirely. I give that an F. An F? What does that mean? It's the lowest grade possible. Ouch! Alright, moving on to the next question then. Do you have any acquaintance with the other Shirls? The other Shirls? You mean the two young ladies I just met? I have no acquaintance with them whatsoever. Today is my first time meeting them. To be perfectly honest, I'm a little frightened. I rushed here as soon as I learned that you had attempted suicide, and now I find that I have two imposters. It's unsettling. Yeah, I think it's pretty natural to find that frightening or unsettling. I cannot understand why the two of them would claim my name. The special medicine Shorty took will help him recover all of his memories after a few hours, won't it? Correct. In other words, in a few hours, the two who are claiming to me will be exposed as imposters. I wonder if we're going to have this whole game in this hospital room. And yet, they still call themselves Shiro Satome, and don't seem to have any intention of leaving the hospital. I have a feeling that those two are planning something nefarious. Surely there must be something they're after if they're claiming to be me. I can't imagine what it would be. I agree. The two fake Shiros are here with something in mind. Of course, whether that something is good or bad is unclear. Additionally, black-haired girl, there's no guarantee that you yourself are the real Shiro Satome. Neither I nor Shorty have any reason to believe that you're the real thing. Hey, doctor, you don't have to say it like that. No, it's quite all right. The doctor's reasoning is fair. I'm not bothered. And after all, after a few hours have passed and all of Shorty's memories have returned, the truth will be clear. I will wait for that moment. I think I've just asked just about everything I wanted to ask. Do you have anything, black-haired girl? Now that you bring it up, I don't believe this is related to your suicide, but you were dealing with a certain problem up until quite recently. A problem? What kind of problem? No, please pretend you didn't hear that. It isn't important. Are we going to make me spend gems for this again? Because I still haven't figured out if the gems thing is working or not. Oh, here we go. I'm going to be so mad if I have to re-download this. I'm going to ask about the problem I was dealing with or don't ask. I'm going to try asking about it. Well, here we go. I'm going to have to pause the recording and re-download this. How annoying. Okay, so I had to replay all the way to get to this part. And let's ask about the problems I was dealing with. You know, I'm interested in knowing about whatever this problem was. Would you mind telling me? Alright. I wasn't planning to mention it since you're unwell, Shorty. But the truth is, until very recently, you were being hounded by a stalker. I mean, this can be repetitive. This again? The other Cheryl told me about that, too. Oh, the other one? Yeah, she said my students and I were being harassed by a stalker. That is true. I was targeted as well. At one point, the situation became grave enough that we had to turn to the police, and you were greatly troubled yourself. Cheryl, if you don't mind my asking, if you feel alright talking about it, what kind of harm was done? Yes, alright. As for me, I was primarily subjected to sneak photography and robbery. By sneak photography, I mean, when I was in the bath or studying in my room, I was photographed with a telephoto lens, and then the pictures were left in my mailbox. Secret bath time photos? Do you still have those pictures? I'm still with Dr. Keiko on this one. That's pretty awful to say. Like, that's a major invasion of someone's privacy. Although, why does your bathroom have windows? I'm joking, of course. That stalker must be the scum of the earth. What kind of perverted freak peeks in on someone's bath and takes pictures? Yes, you're certainly right. A pervert. As for the robbery, my underthings were stolen as they were drying outside. Your underwear got stolen? What kind of underwear exactly? Perhaps I could ask you for a pair just for reference. I'm joking, of course. That scumbag is a disgrace to all men. Stealing underwear is the worst crime of all. If you want a pair of my underwear, you already have one. You told me before that you were absolutely desperate to have them, so I gave them to you. I would never do that, even if I was in love with someone. Sounds like you're the perverted freak. That certainly is a good punchline. Maybe we are the stalker. However, I heard that your other pupils were subjected to even worse. Dog stuff being smeared on doorknobs, keyholes blocked with glue, paint on their front doors. What's more, you may know this already, but the stalker sent letters to all your pupils that said cancel your contract with your tutor. You were on the point of being discharged from your job. The whole thing brought significant hindrances into your life. Oh yeah, I think the stalker broke into my place too? Yes, actually, you were the very first one that the stalker targeted, Shorty. When you got home, you frequently found that the positions of the furniture had been switched around, or the contents of your refrigerator had changed. Why didn't we put cameras? And ultimately, quite a number of electronic devices were stolen, including your laptop computer. My computer got stolen? Oh god, that's awful. So the massive amounts of pornographic images, sound clips, and videos that Shorty had stashed away fell into someone else's hands. I mean, it's easy enough to build a porn collection back up. I don't see what the fuss is about. Why are you assuming there was nothing but porn on my computer? So, how long did the stalker's activity last? It began about 6 months ago, and was resolved about a month ago. So it lasted about half a year. Were there any clues to the stalker's true identity? Unfortunately, there was nothing. However, when you and I went to consult the police together, the police said this. As you were the first victim, and it went as far as breaking in and theft, it is believed that, out of all the victims, you were the one upon whom the culprit was most fixated. Also, considering that they sent that letter, cancel your contract with your tutor, to your pupils, it would be reasonable to think that the stalker's true target was you alone. The stalker must have had an exceedingly strong resentment against you. With the planning and determination shown in pulling your pupils into the matter, there seemed to be a powerful intention to cause your daily life to collapse. From all of these facts, it is possible that the stalker's identity is one of your colleagues, or a recent acquaintance. Man, that's depressing. I guess I made enemies pretty easily after all. No, absolutely not. Everyone loved you. You had so many friends and you never made enemies. Glad to have you backing me up, Cheryl. But if we believe what the police said, the stalker apparently bore you a very strong grudge. Well, it could have been a grudge, or it could have been simple envy. You were quite a popular teacher with your tutoring agency, Shorty. The students you took on always showed improvements in their grades very quickly, so both the company and the parents had great confidence in you. Therefore, it could be possible that one of your colleagues envied you. I was considering that maybe we were the villain and that's why that someone wanted revenge on us, but even if that were true, targeting the students is pretty horrible. One of my colleagues? Man, though, I guess I was pretty awesome. That's good to know. Oh, yes, you were superb. After I began my lessons with you within about 6 months, my standard score rose from 52 to 60. Wow, is that impressive? Yes, I believe it's fairly impressive. It depends a bit on the foundation and intelligence of the student, but I feel that with you teaching me, Shorty, my grades could reach any height. My present goal is to surpass 64 within 6 months from now. You say he's a superb tutor. I never would have thought that just to look at him. Are those good grades in Japan? 64 feels like it would be like a C or something in America. Alrighty then, that's just about it for my questions. Feels like the time just flew right by. You don't have anything else to talk about? Now's the time if you do. Okay, last one. I want to know more about me. I want to know more about you. I'll say I want to know more about you because I'm tired of girls gushing over me. Alright, last question. Let's see. Would you mind telling me a bit about your family? My family? Yes, alright. I have a picture on my phone, so I'll show you that first. Here, a picture of us in front of my home on New Year's Day of last year. Do we actually get to see it? Probably not. As you can see, my father is on the left, my mother is on the right, and I'm in the middle. What? This is your house? You're kidding, right? How could the gate be this enormous? I knew she'd be rich. Is this a samurai mansion? Like you charge people an entry fee and they can come in and look around? Don't be silly, there's no entry fee. The house where I live was built in the late Edo period. Apparently it was a daimyo's mansion. A daimyo's mansion? Are you kidding me? It's true. In fact, the country has been approaching us about making it a tangible cultural property, and the plan is to have the country take ownership of it after my father dies. Dad just giving away my childhood home. Your house is a candidate for tangible cultural property? Seriously? Man, I hope I live somewhere that impressive in my old age. It may look impressive, but there are a lot of inconveniences, actually. Since the plan is to register the house as a tangible cultural property later on, we have to preserve the building, which means we can't install any home security systems like cameras. Electric lights are prohibited as well, of course. That sounds pretty terrible. Therefore, we have to employ 10 security guards and have them stationed around the outside of the house. We only have the minimum possible heating and cooling systems as well, so I can't say it's an extremely suitable for living in. Wait. Black-haired girl, your mom and dad. Excuse me, young lady, your mother and father. What kind of work do they do? My father is the company director of Elect Global, and my mother is his secretary. Huh? What's wrong? Why are you so surprised? You idiot! Elect Global is the #1 electronics retail company in the country. This young lady, Miss Shiro Satome, is bona fide nobility. No, I think nobility is a bit much. I'm not saying I doubt you, but your parents are really the directors of Elect Global? Do you have any proof? Yes, here, look at this. My father's name and picture on the Elect Global Company website. My father was adopted into the family, so it gives my mother's surname Nabatame, but his real last name is Satome. How convenient. Whoa, your dad is really on this website. Yeah, you're pretty much nobility, Cheryl. Oh, I'm not really nobility at all. I don't live in the sort of luxury that you and Dr. Keiko seem to be imagining. My father and mother are always busy, so we never take trips abroad as a family or enjoy meals together. Because I don't go to school and my parents are never home, I have no contact with the outside. I never have a chance to use any of my money. I just spend all of my time alone at home. Don't you shop online? I live in a pointlessly large house, that's all. It isn't nearly so flashy as a life as the public thinks. I don't believe someone as lonely as I am could be called nobility. Nobility are always the lonely ones. I'm sorry, I didn't think before calling you that. Please allow me to apologize. It must not feel great having people come up with all these assumptions just because your parents are rich and you live in a big house. Seriously, I'm sorry. Oh no, please don't apologize. I'm not angry at all. And anyway, it's true that my parents are wealthy. When you were dealing with that stalker, my parents helped out. I understand that I was born into more fortunate circumstances than most people. Huh? Your parents helped when I was dealing with a stalker? What do you mean? Well, I told you that the stalker broke into your home and stole a lot of your electronics, right? They were all things like your laptop, computer, your alarm clock, your coffee maker. So I asked my father, and he replaced all of them for you. He replaced all of them? Really? That must have cost a lot of money. No, not at all. My father felt sympathy for you and thought it was a shame that our reliable tutor should fall victim to theft. Please don't worry about it. Should have helped me install some security cameras. Miss Shiro Satome, I apologize for interrupting your conversation, but in this country, same-sex marriage is possible. Were you aware of that? Huh? The moment I first laid eyes on you, Cheryl, I knew we were destined to be together. Wow. Please, marry me. This would be a fun alternate ending. She's all blue in the face. What? Even just adding me to your family register would be fine. All I desire are inheritance rights and stock options in your extremely successful overseas company. Wow, you aren't hiding anything at all. I really respect your style. No, I can't. The only one my heart has chosen is Shorty. Wait, since when is same-sex marriage legal in Japan? Hey, Shorty, we're getting married tomorrow. After that, you can swoop right in and start your affair with her. Jeez. Make sure you take videos while you're doing it. I'll find a lawyer who can pluck me some consolation money for it. Good God, this woman doesn't belong in the free world. Actually, though, Cheryl, is it all right for you to be out by yourself at this hour? Considering your social standing, isn't there a possibility you might be kidnapped or something? Honestly, I probably shouldn't be here. The maids tried to stop me, but I forced my way out. I told them where I was going, and I contacted my parents as well. I took a taxi here, so I think I'll be all right. Also, though, why would your parents bring in a commoner like me as your tutor? I was thinking that when she mentioned him being hired. I'm pretty sure there must be better ones out there. Oh, no, there aren't. My father assured me of that himself. Out of all the tutoring agencies in our area, the company for which you work had the highest ratings. And out of all of them, you were considered the most superior instructor. He was really that talented? I guess you can't always tell by appearances. Well, our time is about up, black-haired girl. Please leave. Dr. Keiko, I have just one request. What? If I might, I would like to, if Shorty and I could. May I kiss him? So you want to kiss him, just like the cheerleader, but of course I can't allow that. But please, just once, just a little one. Hang on, don't grab onto my shoulders like that. I'm Shiro Satome, Shorty's lover. My beloved boyfriend was brought into the hospital for a suicide attempt and I can't even kiss him. That's too sad. Dr. Keiko, I'm begging you, please, let me kiss Shorty. Wow, how desperate are you? You want to kiss this guy that badly? Kiss her or don't kiss her? I'm going to pick don't kiss her. I don't know which one to use real. Dr. Keiko's face looks like Ruben's Head of Medusa right now. What are we, an artist? I don't know any of these. If I kiss Cheryl, she might actually murder me. I do want to smooch this darling black-haired girl, but I'd better not. I'm sorry, black-haired girl, but I can't allow you to kiss him. There are 3 different girls calling themselves Shiro Satome here, and we still don't know which is the real one. We don't have any solid proof that you're the real Shiro Satome. Save the kissing for after Shorty's memories come back and he can confirm it. How disappointing. So very unfortunate. Listen, black-haired girl, I need you to leave now. We have to call the pigtail girl next. This is already 31 minutes. Alright, Shorty? What's the matter? You keep looking back and forth around the bed. Oh no, I'm just thirsty. I was trying to see if there was anything around here to drink. Well, wouldn't that be just lying around? I want something sweet, though. I know, I hate drinking water. There's all this equipment here in the hospital room, but no refrigerator. Wish I had a cola or a soda or something. This is a hospital, not a hotel. There are vending machines on the first floor. Buy something down there. Except the elevator doesn't run at this hour, so you just have to take the stairs. Wow. That seems very unsafe. I'll go and buy something for you. Huh? But I don't want to make you run errands for me. I'd feel bad. No, I want to be helpful to you, Shorty. What would you like to drink? To be totally honest, I want a banana out light. Is that coffee? But you generally only find those in convenience stores. The hospital store's probably closed at this hour. Should I have her buy me a banana out late at a convenience store or not? It seems like a pretty trivial choice at first glance. But for some reason I have this intuitive feeling. If I make the wrong choice here, something might happen that can't be undone. So what should I do? The pressure! I mean, instinctively, I don't want to send her to do something like that, but then, like, what if I don't send her and she gets killed, assuming she was indeed the person killed last time, or she kills? But then if I do it, she gets kidnapped. I'm gonna go with my gut instinct to just not make her do that. No, I'm fine, actually. I can do it just water. I could have had her get a vending machine soda. Then please take these. Huh? Candy and chocolate? Where did these come from? Poison! I bought them and kept them in my bag as snacks. Please enjoy them. She just pulled these sweets right out of her bag. There's something incredibly cute about that. Your femininity levels are off the charts, thanks. You're welcome. I'm glad that you're happy with them. Please excuse me then, Shorty. I will be looking forward anxiously to when we meet again. She went to the trouble of bowing and everything before she left. This girl really is well-bred. Absolutely, and she's just overflowing with this aura of love for me. Maybe she's the real Shiro Satome. I mean, here we go again. You're unbelievable. You can't trust someone that easily just because they were a little nice to you. As I have already said many times, there's no certainty that the black-haired girl is Shiro Satome. I know, but the thought that she might be an imposter makes me really sad. Sad? Don't you mean scared? She looks like a perfect, innocent young girl at first glance, so you wouldn't think she was the deceptive type, but... Doctor, my phone is buzzing. I'm sure I know already, but I'll ask anyway. Who is it? Well, I skipped that message, but it was probably something like, I think it was another message from that person. So what does it say this time? Look at this. There are 2 lines this time. Don't let anyone into the room with the girl with the pigtails. Send the other 2 home. I am your ally. Don't let anyone into the room with the girl with the pigtails. Send the other 2 home. I am your ally. The sender is claiming to be on my side. Just so you know, when someone claims to be your ally for no reason, you shouldn't just nod and go along with it. Obviously, even I'm not that stupid. But there's something else I'm even more curious about, which is sender's true identity, their purpose, or their fixation on the girl with the pigtails. I'll say their fixation on the girl with the pigtails. Doesn't it seem like the sender is oddly fixated on the girl with the pigtails? I got that feeling myself. The second email, call the girl with pigtails next. And the third one, don't let anyone in the room but the girl with the pigtails. Send the other 2 home. I'm your ally. The fact that they both mention the pigtail girl is extremely interesting. Maybe the sender wants me and the pigtail girl to talk? When you completely think it over, it does seem likely. However, what I'm most curious about comes after that. Namely, the question of why the sender wants you to talk to the pigtail girl. Maybe she was the one who sent it? As I said before, if that were the case, then why wouldn't she say so in the emails? If she declared that she was the pigtailed girl, then you probably wouldn't find that suspicious. So the sender is determined to keep their identity hidden as they send me all these instructions. So it would seem. Still, I'm wondering, why the focus on the pigtail girl? At any rate, all of these emails are saying do this, don't do this. They're all directions and orders. It's clear that the sender wants to control your actions. The question of these mystery emails remains, but for now, all we can do is ignore it. Dr. Keiko, was my suicide really just a suicide? I survived after failing to kill myself with a charcoal briquette, but now I have amnesia. And there are 3 Shiro Satomes when there should only be 1. I'm getting these weird emails from an unknown sender. It seems like for a simple suicide attempt, there are an awful lot of bizarre things happening. Yeah, I have that same impression. As I'm dealing with what I'm thinking, wow, what's going to happen next with this guy? What? Am I some kind of spectacle? Yeah, I guess the way I'm looking at you is the same way people watch chimpanzees doing tricks in the circus. More than satisfactory as a time killer for the night shift. Does this lady know you're supposed to be honest and when you're supposed to be professional? Anyway, there are definitely strange things going on all around you right now, but no actual damage has arisen yet, right? As long as no real harm has been done, there's nothing to worry about. Try to calm down and just enjoy what's going on. In the state I'm in these circumstances, I'm not sure I can be calm enough to enjoy anything. Well, we're not making any progress just talking to the 2 of us here. Let's call the next Shiro. It's time for your last conversation. I'll go and get the pigtail girl. Alrighty. I don't get a choice this time? So I'm trying to figure out, did I pick the right or wrong thing with the option earlier? I might go back and check, because I kind of like the last bed ending. But my gosh, we're so late. Pigtails, you can come in now. Is this the same thing as last time? Yeah, if it's... I'm going to skip the same dialogue, because we're already... Wait, I'm going to pause. Okay, so my instinct was right. We triggered a bad ending, which was part 2 of the ending from last time, the Proving My Love ending, but it was the exact same ending. So we're going to send black-haired girl to go buy the thing at the convenience store. This might be a little bit of a difficult request, but I kind of want a banana owl light from a convenience store. What kind of demon are you? The nearest convenience store is a 5-minute walk from here. You can't stick her with that. First of all, why would you send such a little girl out walking at this hour? Because she either keeps dying or kills someone. I know that. That's why I said it was a difficult request. And yet you were shameless enough to make it anyway. You know, I wouldn't ask just anyone to run this errand for me. I would never ask the cheerleader or the pigtail girl to do it. I'm asking you specifically, black-haired girl. What? Why is that? How should I put this? Right now, I trust you more than anyone else. I can be myself with you. I want to rely on you. Of course, I'm not completely certain that you're Shiro Satome, but I feel like it would be nice having you for my girlfriend. It would be nice if you were Shiro Satome and not the other 2. That's how I feel. Shorty, I'm so moved. Whoa, why are you crying? Because I'm so happy to hear you say that. I'll go right now. I'll bring back your banana owl light. Hey, hang on Well, hopefully we just saved a life. That black-haired girl practically flew out of here. You're unbelievable. You can't trust someone that easily just because they were a little nice to you. As I've already said many times already, there's no certainty that black-haired girl is Shiro Satome. Wait, pause it again because we're getting repeated dialogue. Okay, so the pigtail girl showed up, repeated all of her dialogue, but we didn't get the screen this time. And so after she kept asking to do the XXXs, Dr. Keiko said, hurry up and ask her your questions. If you let her be, this hospital room is going to turn into the palace of Elagabalus? Elagabalus? What, you never learned about him, or have you just forgotten because you have the amnesia? Elagabalus was a Roman... He was the 23rd emperor of the Roman Empire. He came before Severus Alexander, and he's known to posterity for being a huge freak. Huh? You sure know a lot. No, I study a lot. I'm a student. So, Shorty, you wanted to talk to Cheryl, right? Don't you have questions for her? Why is this part so long? Is it because I got the bad ending? You can ask me anything. Alright, I'll dive right in then. Oh my gosh. So, we're gonna go same route. Please, tell me how things got started for us. Got it. This is gonna be some of the same stuff I said when I was first introduced myself, though. That okay? Sure. My name is Shiro Satome. I'm a student at a public school here in town. But, see, I don't really like studying. It was like failing marks and makeup exams all over the place. So my parents hired a home tutor 6 months ago. And the one who showed up was you, Shorty. Like that fake Cheryl said, the cheerleader one, I mean, you were a tutor, and I was one of your students. I see. How did we start dating? I did everything I could to seduce you, and you fell right into my lap. Seduce? How did you... Well, I hiked up my skirt a good 10 inches above my knees. I undid 5 of my shirt buttons with no bra underneath. I hung on you all the time. What are you, a molester? What are you, a molester? Oh, don't be mean. You're the only one I did that with, you know. And anyway, you did actually fall for me. Who cares what methods I used? Let me just state this clearly. Supposing that what you're saying is true, the fact that Shorty became your boyfriend isn't because he fell for you, yourself. He just fell for your allure as a woman. Next time, don't throw your body away on a man like that. That's not a very good argument, Dr. Keiko. That womanly allure is a part of me, right? Which means Shorty did fall for me. Fine, I'll rephrase. Shorty just fell for your appearance. That doesn't mean he liked your character. I don't really like your character so far. And since all he likes is how you are on the surface, his attention could easily be drawn away by the surface of some other woman. You two won't last long. So you're saying the love of a man who likes you on the surface is superficial? Yeah. What are you basing that on? It's my rule of thumb. That doesn't count as a point of reference. Oh ho, so you're saying the opinion of a woman like me, who is well versed through dating loads and loads of hot men, isn't a good point of reference? Sue, what's with all those magazines piled up behind your chair with the personal ads and listings for group dating events and stuff? You've got all this experience, but you don't have a boyfriend right now? Why would that be? I've seen you reading magazines before, but didn't realize they were those kinds of magazines. Are you mocking me? Are you looking for a fight? Well, whoa, wait. This conversation just veered off way in the wrong direction and skipped the highway toll booth. No fighting, please. Yep, we're done fighting. Next question. Phew, this ended up so much longer. It's still one chapter. Do you have any ideas about why I would commit suicide? Nope. You weren't someone who would have attempted it in the first place. The other Cheryl said the same thing, but the fact is, he did attempt to commit suicide. What? Oh no, nothing. The reason for the attempt, if I absolutely had to guess, it could have been the stalking thing. Up until about a month ago, you and your students were being stalked. I hope we don't recount the whole thing again. You were pretty seriously worried about it at the time, but the stalker thing has calmed down by now, so I don't really think that's why you tried to kill yourself. Right, I did hear about that from the other Cheryl. Were you targeted too? Yep, you bet I was. They sliced up the laundry I had hanging outside, stuck putty over the peephole of the front door, punctured the tires of my parents' car, and they put peep photos of me in my mailbox. It's like a combination of what the other girls went through. Their wickedness knows no bounds. Also, every single time something like that happened, a letter would show up the next day. It was made of letters cut out from the newspaper and pasted into words. They always said the same thing: cancel your contract with your tutor. Of course you went to the police about it, Shorty. The police said the culprit was probably someone working with you at the same tutoring agency, someone who had a big grudge against you. A lot of complaints started coming in at your workplace because of the stalker thing. You were pretty much on the verge of getting fired. But not too long after that, the harassment just stopped. Meaning at this point the stalking incident is completely quieted down and I'm still employed? Yep. You're one of the more talented and popular tutors in the company, so I bet they didn't want to fire you if they could avoid it. Oh ho, I was talented and popular, was I? Mind if I ask something? What? Did they ever hit the mark with a stalker? Was there anyone among Shorty's colleagues who seemed like they did it? They still don't know who it was. No one's been caught or pinpointed. I don't think the company Shorty works for was super proactive about looking in the first place. Shorty went to the police but never filed an official complaint. At this point, unless the stalking starts up again, we probably won't ever know who it was. Why would you not make a formal complaint over 5 months of harassment? Why wouldn't someone? Hey, why do you know so many details about the stalking incident? I wouldn't have expected you to know about Shorty's workplace of all things. Why shouldn't I know all the details? I'm the real Cheryl Satome. Shorty's girlfriend, you know. And Cheryl does not let stalkers get away with messing with her property. I was determined to pin down the stalker, so I was constantly asking Shorty about how things were going. Your property? To be perfectly honest, I don't care about what happened to your other students. I won't say I don't care about what happened to me at all, but it's not that big a deal. But you're mine, Shorty. You're my boyfriend. I'm the only one who gets to hurt you and cause you trouble. So I'm not going to let that stalker get away with messing with you without my permission. Not going to let them get away with it, huh? Supposing you do identify the stalker, what will you do next? Isn't it obvious? I'll rip them limb from limb. That's a disturbing figure of speech. Oh, it might not just be a figure of speech. Alright, on to the next question then. I hope this chapter ends soon. Do you have any acquaintance with the other Cheryls? Nope, I don't know those two. I see, then my next question. Hey Shorty, which Cheryl do you like the best? Huh? There are 3 girls calling themselves Cheryl Satome here. Forget about who's the real one. Which one floats your boat the most? That's a difficult question. I shouldn't answer this. Actually, I'm curious too. Which Cheryl do you like the best? You're on her side now, Dr. Keiko? Your answer, please. I can't answer, I can't choose, or I don't know. I'll say I can't answer. Oh, and just so you know, I'm not gonna let you get away with... I think it's supposed to be get away. Let you get away with some cop-out answer like I can't answer, I can't choose, or I don't know. Hang on, let me just cook up some new options real quick. Cheerleader, the black-haired girl, the girl with pigtails. These are all terrible options. I'll say the black-haired girl. She's gonna just trigger an automatic bad ending. Alright, here's my answer. The black-haired girl is my favorite. Huh. Cheryl, that's a scary look you've got. Drop dead. Yeah, she's furious. What's so good about the depressing little girl? Well, that she seems refined, I guess. She has that black hair and that neat and tidy look. Seems like spending some time with her would be soothing. So you like quiet black-haired girls? I'll go quiet her. No, look, all I'm saying is if you're forcing me to choose, I choose the black-haired girl. The question was whether you knew the other Cheryls at all, but we wound up somewhere completely unrelated. I think I've asked just about everything. I don't really have any more questions. Okay, I guess I've asked everything I want to ask for now. Really? Alright then, Dr. Keiko, can I ask you and Shorty a question? Huh? Me? What are you going to ask us? I want to know about the situation when Shorty was found after his suicide attempt, just as much as you know about it. First, who discovered Shorty? Who was the first one to find him? I want to know that too. Oh yeah, I don't know who it was that first discovered me. Who found me and called the ambulance after my attempt? I'd put up a tent in my apartment and shut myself inside with a charcoal briquette, right? But I live alone. I wouldn't have had any family members around. So who on earth could it have been? I would love to know. I want to know who found Shorty trying to kill himself and called the ambulance. I see. The thing is... The thing is? They don't know? Oh, yep. I don't know. Huh? You don't know? Why? Because the one who found you and called the ambulance didn't give a name. The voice sounded female, though. When the paramedics arrived at your apartment building, the door was open. And when they entered the apartment, the tent that you had been trying to fill with carbon monoxide had been cut up, and the burning briquette had been extinguished. The window had been opened to replace the air in the room, and you had a portable oxygen cylinder on. An oxygen cylinder? Who would even have that? For someone who has been poisoned with carbon monoxide, getting oxygen into their lungs is the first priority. Whoever found you must have known that, like a doctor. So the first person to discover Shorty took perfect measures to help him? Yes, exactly. Shorty was saved by the first person who found him. Without them, you'd be in the beyond by now. Why are you two so quiet? Oh, I was just thinking of looking at the pigtail girl. She's lost in thought. She looks cute with her hand on her chin like that. Of course. I do have a hard time believing someone as absent-minded as you would try to kill himself. T, I always look cute. Okay, I've got one other thing to ask. Could you tell me what Shorty was wearing what he had with him when he was discovered? His clothes are on the hanger there, a gray pullover hoodie and slim-fit jeans. His underwear and socks are in that plastic bag. Why'd you take my underwear off? I have to say, though, that outfit is just about as zero personality as it gets. If a man wearing something that unassertive tried to hit on me, I'd send him away with a roundhouse kick to the face. You don't have to be that brutal. Oh my gosh, we're nearing 50 minutes. Pigtails, what do you think about this outfit? Hey, hang on! What the hell are you doing? What does it look like I'm doing? I'm just holding Shorty's briefs and socks. That's not sanitary. You shouldn't go around touching men's underwear barehanded. It's my boyfriend's underwear. It's not dirty. Whoa, I didn't know girlfriends actually said stuff like that in real life. She's sniffing it? She's as bad as we are. Hey, what are you doing? I'm smelling them. Yeah, that's gross. Mr. Shiro, please stop that. I feel like we're getting into shame play now. Mr. Shiro, please don't stiffen up with my undergarments pressed against your nose. Phew, now I'm satisfied. Satisfied with what? What kind of pervert are you? So what did Shorty have with him? Everything is on that side table there. A leather bifold wallet, a gray striped handkerchief, a watch with a white dial, a celluloid fountain pen, a key to his apartment, and his phone. Those 6 items. Ah, so that's my house key. Yes, one of the paramedics confirmed it while you were being moved into the ambulance. The paramedics locked your place up afterwards, so you don't need to worry about anyone sneaking in, except the stalker. Incidentally, the wallet contained a license, an insurance card, a credit card, a points card from a restaurant, 4,000 yen bills, and 543 yen in change. Oh, I'm seeing some nice taste in stuff. Yes, I agree. Looks like you were the type to lay money out for the small things. You think? I don't remember. I don't know what's particularly high quality or tasteful about this stuff. Although one of these shows horrible taste. Huh? Which one? This fountain pen. You should throw it out. Hang on. Don't throw my fountain pen in the trash. Why are you trying to get rid of it, Shiro? Forget about all that tacky fountain pen. Shiro will buy you a new one. Don't worry, Shorty. I'll fish it out of the trash can for you later. It's probably evidence of her murder. Mind if I take a look inside your wallet? Go ahead, but don't throw anything away. Okay, teehee. Let's have a look at your license photo. Mm, don't stare at it like that. I'm not photogenic, okay?
Yeah, the real thing is a little better, I guess. Thank you, you can have the wallet back now.
This girl is so suspicious. We should never have given her that wallet. Probably swiped something. Pigtails, is that the end of your questions? Are you satisfied now?
Yep.
Well then, Shorty, any problems if I have the pigtail girl leave now? Hang on, there's one last thing I want to talk about. Oh my gosh, this chapter's going on forever! Person who discovered me, I want to know more about you. I mean, we don't know who the person who discovered me is. I want to know more about you. Tell me about yourself.
Alrighty, what do you want to know?
Let me think. Okay, well, tell me about your family. How many people are there?
My family, there's Dad, Mom, me, and my little sister.
Oh, so you have a little sister? What's she like?
She's a normal student. By the way, she's a lot louder and flashier than I am. I don't think you do well with her type.
She's even flashier than you? I can't really imagine how that would be possible. Though if she's your sister, she's probably plenty cute anyhow.
I'm way cuter, though she's better at playing video games than me.
I imagine her wearing pink. Wow, your sister's a gamer?
Oh yeah, she's a demon. She could rank nationwide in any shooting game there is.
I see. So what does your dad do?
I feel like I'm talking to a teacher at a parent-teacher conference or something. My dad's a photographer.
Like the stalker? Photographer? What kind of pictures does he take?
Mostly World Heritage sites and pretty scenery in various countries. The kind of stuff people use as website backgrounds or on posters and calendars and stuff. He actually went up with a team climbing Mount Everest to take pictures.
Whoa, that sounds super cool. Do you ever do any photography, Cheryl?
I've messed with the camera a little, but I don't think photography is all that fun.
That's a pretty dry answer. You don't think using a single lens reflex camera or something is fun? The mechanical field definitely appeals to my male instincts anyhow. And then you want to start collecting lenses? I only collect lenses in fatal frame, though I do like taking pictures.
You can take plenty of good pictures with a smartphone nowadays. A reflex camera would just be a heavy thing I don't need. Although I see you're still interested in single lens reflex cameras even after losing your memory, Shorty.
Meaning?
Back before you lost your memories, you were talking about wanting to take pictures like a pro photographer with one of those cameras. You wound up buying one, actually.
Oh, I see. Wouldn't a single lens reflex camera be kind of pricey, though? It's not the sort of thing you just buy casually. I must have been really set on it. Are we the stalker?
Nah, you actually managed to get it pretty cheap through an online auction. It was like 3 months ago, I think. You want to use smartphone, a single lens reflex camera, a bunch of SD cards, a hard disk. It was about 30 things altogether in the set. You said you got it all for under 100,000 yen. You were super stoked over getting such a bargain.
A 30-piece set of digital gadgetry for 100,000? Yeah, that's definitely a bargain. Nice job getting that bid. The camera is the most important part, though. What condition was it in? If I got it for that little, and as part of a set, it must have been pretty beaten up.
No, it was nice and shiny. You brought it over to my place because you wanted to learn how to use it, and there wasn't any damage or anything funky with it.
So yeah, it was a steal. What about your mother? You said she was a clothing designer, correct? Did she say that?
Yeah, she's a designer. She makes super feminine clothes for women in their 20s and 30s. Sometimes she has me try stuff on.
A photographer and a designer. Your parents seem pretty unique.
You think? They're both big into doing their own thing, so they pretty much let me do whatever I want without complaining. But since I was failing those exams, they told me to get a tutor.
Oh my gosh, the freaking phone again.
And Shorty was the one I got, but I told you that already.
So, in other words, if you hadn't failed those tests, we never would have met.
Nope, not true. Actually, we met for the first time out in town before you started working as my tutor. I still haven't forgotten it.
Huh? Then where did we meet? What was our first meeting like?
You took that memory restoring medicine, right? You'll remember before too long.
What? Seriously, where did we meet? How did it go? I'm dying to know.
Teehee, it's a secret.
Ask her about our first meeting, don't ask. Why is this chapter so long? We're clearing for like 50-some minutes here. Please tell me, Mr. Shiro. I'm honestly super surprised that we met each other before I started working as your tutor. Please tell me the whole story, please.
Fine, I'll tell you. It was about 9 months ago. I think I was out walking around downtown alone, and I got mixed up with this jerk of a guy.
Oh, hey babe, you're pretty cute. You an actress, an idol? Where'd you come from? You hungry at all? Let's grab a bite.
No thanks. Get out of my sight, please.
Damn, your voice is cute too. How old are you? Where'd you go to school? You come here to shop or what? Come on, let me take you on a date. I can show you all around here.
I believe I told you not to speak to me. Did you not hear? Wow, so I guess your ears are just as lousy as your brain and your face. Now back off.
What was that?
Al, what are you doing? Let me go.
No one's letting go, not until you say you're gonna come with me. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but who the hell are you? I don't think that girl likes what you're doing. Is that us? Maybe you should let go of her? You better back off unless you want to get hit. Well, that's it. Guess I'll just have to show you what I can really do. Oh, what's that? You want to take me on, punk? Bring it on. I'll show you which one of us has really got it. Oof, ow.
How can you be this big of a wimp? That was like 20 seconds and you're nothing but lumps. I've never seen a guy who perfectly embodies helplessness. You shouldn't go jumping in to save a girl if you can't even fight. But because of all the rubberneckers, that guy who was hitting on you went away. It's a rubbernecker. That means I win. No, you lost, however you look at it. Here, I'll lend you a hand. Can you stand up? Yes, I can. My knees are shaking. My nose is streaming blood. My eyes can't focus on anything. You're like a newborn baby right now. If you don't mind, could you tell me where to find the nearest hospital? Whatever. Fine, I'll take you to the hospital. Many thanks. Many thanks. Tee, I have never seen such a weak, lame, pathetic man in my life. I can't even refute that. I tried to help a girl, but then I wound up needing help myself. Even I'm shocked by how lame that was, but you still saved her. The next time you see a girl being messed with, you should probably just call the police instead of trying to help. Well, I was going to tell someone, but then my body just moved on its own. Wow, someone with that kind of exaggerated sense of justice in this day and age? I don't know if we'll ever meet again, but I'll never forget how stupid you were. Tee-hee-hee. Oh my gosh, please end the chapter. 3 months later. Is this really happening? Nice to meet you again, I guess. Starting today, I'll be working with you as your private tutor. My name is Shorty. I hope we get along. Hee-hee, tee-hee. To think that wimpy guy would show up at my house as my tutor. I never would have seen that coming. Oh, same here. Thanks for that, by the way. I never would have thought I'd be sent to your house. What a crazy coincidence, right? Tee-hee, maybe it's not just a coincidence, then. If it's not a coincidence, then what is it? Well, that's basically how we first met. Whoa, that's a hell of a coincidence. You saved her from being head-on. No, you didn't. Did you even watch that flashback just now? That wasn't even a line that saved her from being head-on. You tried to save her and got beaten at your own game. No, see, because I turned it into a fight, I was ultimately able to help her. Tee-hee, how cute. The good-for-nothing ultra-wimp is trying to talk big. By the way, Pigtails, what sorts of grades were you getting before you hired Shorty? Out of all of my classmates, I'd say I was the lowest, or maybe second lowest. What kind of idiot are you? So after Shorty started tutoring you, how much did your grades improve? On my last test, I was 5th in my year. What? 5th in your year? Liar. No one was at the bottom of her class could get up to the 5th in her year within 6 months. I'm not fake enough to tell a lie like that. The school I go to is the stupidest school around. All you have to do is study a little bit and your test rank will jump up. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Phew, well, I'm all worn out for chit-chatting. So am I. Is it okay if I leave now? Yes, don't ask me to kiss you. Oh yes, go ahead. Finally, we can get some quiet in this room. Toodaloo, see you later, Shorty. Please end the chapter. So the pigtail girl left. Tell me about it, Shorty. Do you think she's the real Cheryl Satome? I can't say for sure yet. But if she were my girlfriend, I feel like every day would be like riding a roller coaster. For better or worse, I think you're right. She has a sex appeal that's out of line for her age, and she knows how enjoyable it is to make men dance in the palm of her hand. But her quick thinking surprised me even more. I mean, the girl is clever. What do you mean? I might be overanalyzing this, but every now and then the answer she gives made it seem like she was thinking 2 or 3 steps ahead of us. It might be that she's good at sorting through facts in her head, figuring out roles, and using those to make predictions about what comes next. Her grades in school might be bad, but she's not a stupid girl, much to the contrary, in fact. If we were dating, I don't think I'd win any arguments. She would have complete control over me. You're probably right. Oh, and the chapter. Hey, was that your phone? Must be another one. Looks like it. I've got another email. Okay if I read it? Of course. What? Should I believe this? What is the sender after? Are they going to say the girl was kidnapped? Show me. What does it say this time? Here, look. What in the... The girl with pigtails is Cheryl Satome. Send the other 2 home. Chapter end. Oh my gosh, please let this be the chapter end. It's loading. We're trapped. Well, thank goodness. I have to end this part here. It's going to be so long. I hope it's in separate videos. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!